Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. You are tuned in to the Dark Monarchy update, brought to you by Riffical Records. Greetings, friends, and welcome to episode number 2 of the Dark Monarchy update. I am Mark Anthony Kay, and I am your host, as usual. Mr. Joe Bailey will be with us later on in this episode via the wonderful world of video. He will be in future episodes, just right now with the way things are. Work schedules and such have made it a little bit difficult to link up, but he will be with us soon enough. So, where to start? Well, first of all, progress on the record is going very well. We have 6 songs now complete. Let me just refer to my trusty notes here and tell you the songs, which are Fool's Gold, which is the latest one we just completed, Broken Kingdom, Mother Earth, The Surrogate Other, Joyride, and Bed of Posers, which was the first song that we released and put a video up for, which is available now on YouTube to check out if you haven't checked it out already. We will be doing another song release before the album comes out. Oh, excuse me. I think we have decided on the next song yet. I think we've already decided on the next song, what it's going to be, but I'll hold off on talking about it yet, just in case we change our minds. More than likely there will be another video accompanying that as well, since the last one did fairly well, actually. We were very surprised how well it was received. Over 100 views last time I checked. I'm sure there's more than that now. So, you know, I think it's a good thing putting up these kinds of videos. The artwork is complete. Steve, which is the gentleman who was in charge of the artwork, him and Joe are organizing the artwork end of things. This is something that I am not involved with. I'm involved with it, that if I don't like it, I would say something, but I'm trusting them in their artistic approach to this. And so far, so good. Looks really good. I'm sure eventually we will put up something for you guys to check out and see ahead of time. And it looks very good. It's definitely different than the Project Gemini stuff, and that's great because I wanted it to have. I wanted there to be some differences. I didn't want it to be just something that looks the same as that, or I'm sure Joe doesn't want it to look something exactly similar to what he's done in the past as well. So we're very happy with it, and we're looking forward to getting it done. I think the only thing that's needs to be done on it though is just the layout of the text and where the song titles go and so on and so forth. All those little details, but the actual artwork itself, like the photographs that he did and stuff, are done. All right, now what else did I have to talk about on the trusty list here? Yes, so talked about that. Also, we are doing an EPK. Now, for those of you who have heard that phrase before, know that it is an electronic press kit. So basically, I did one for Project Gemini. I think I did it for the Man of Science, Man of Dreams album. I made an EPK. And we're going to be doing it for this one. Basically, it's just like a press release sort of kit where me and Joe will go through the writing of the songs, what some of the songs are about. The sort of things that when you release a record, magazines and radio and stuff like that, people want to know about. And nowadays, supporters and that really are interested in those sort of things as well. And you'll see a lot of EPKs online as well on from labels like Frontier Records does that. They put up a lot of their EPKs, so we're going to start doing that as well, where we're going to put up EPKs for records that we do in the future. I think the Riffical Records end of stuff, which right now has Project Gemini and has the Dark Monarchy under it, and if there's other bands that eventually down the line might be under that record label umbrella, we'll probably do the same thing with that as well. But yeah, that's in the works right now. Joe will be recording his end of it, and I'll be doing my end of it soon enough. And yeah, and then once that's done, we will put it up for you guys to check out. And I'm sure that you will get all the sort of information that you want to know about the album explained to you in full detail. Before I get to the next thing, which the next part that's going to be coming up is we'll be checking in with our friend Mr. Joe Bailey. He'll be telling us about how things are with him on the other side of the globe in England, where he is. The Whirl, I believe he says, is the name of the spot that he is in. You know, he'll just check in about how things are going with the corona and his end of his end of the planet. And he's also going to give us a short tour of his studio where he recorded his bass tracks, vocal tracks, and so on and so forth. I will probably do the same later on another video as well. But, you know, right now we will go over and check over to him. Let's go over to Joe now.
Hi guys, it's Joe here from the Dark Monarchy. Just a quick update. We have 5 songs completely finished, one of them which you already know, but the other 4 are completely finished. I'm just about to start recording some vocals now for another one, which is called Fool's Gold. I finished writing the lyrics for it yesterday, so I'm going to record as much as I can now. I hope all of you are well and safe at this time, and not going too mad isolating in your houses. So I'm going to show you some footage from me recording vocals now. I'll also show you a little bit of footage of the setup that I'm using. It's a little studio that we've developed here, but yeah, I'll show you that as well. So yeah, keep safe. Enjoy. Hello. So here is a little video of my setup. It's not a huge setup, but it does everything I need it to do. As you can hear from music I've made previously, I get to where I need to be. That's my MIDI keyboard. There's the Behringer UMC 404 in the back there. That's what I use to record everything on. My MSI gaming laptop, which is an absolute beast. Oh, there's the SM58 there. Second monitor, keyboard. I'll just show you the guitars slash basses. So there is my vintage icon fretless bass, which has not been used yet on this album. I'm not sure whether it will be, but we'll see. That is the Schecter C1 Classic. I love that guitar. And last but certainly not least is my 6-string bass. It is a Chinese made copy of the Music Man Bongo 6. I recently had it all set up from a luthier in Liverpool who redid the fretwork for me, filed it all down, adjusted the action, and also made me a custom nut. So all the strings are fitting perfectly now, and it plays like a dream now. Yep, so that's my setup.
And we're back. And that was an interesting little showing of Joe's studio. Fantastic stuff. One of the things that always boggles my mind, even still to this day, is I was getting these videos. I was getting this music back from Joe, and just sounds fantastic. And to think that, you know, those sounds and stuff were coming from a studio that was, you know, that compact, and you know, you would expect to see, like, you know, racks of gear here and this and this and that all over the place. But, technology is such that we don't need to have gigantic studios with massive boards to make good sounding records anymore. I mean, I've done many records from right here, my board right here, my monitors, all my gear behind me, the double neck there, and all those guitars behind me, my good microphone, for my vocals and other things. It's not how it was 20 years ago. Some people might think that that's bad, and some people think that's a great thing. And the funny thing is, a lot of music engineers that back in the day were frowning on the whole in the box thing, which is basically what that means is that you can mix a whole song on Pro Tools using all the equipment that's provided on the computer. People be sort of say before, there's no way you can make a mix like that and have it sound as good as when you mix it on a console with outboard gear and all kinds of other things, that only that sounds to that level. It's not the case anymore. Many engineers have said that. I mean, to me, when it changed, well-respected mixer engineer Bob Clearmountain just recently on a video said that he used to think that way as well, but now he did a mix in the box and says that his opinion of that has changed, that he thinks that you can make just as good a mix in the box now. So if he can change his opinion on that, then I think that it's safe to say that you can make just as good mixes. Sorry for my little ramble about that, but it just kind of came into my mind and I thought it was important to talk about because we do everything in the box here pretty much. Yes, sure, I do some outboard stuff. Like I said, I have my little mixer here. I do think that sometimes running stuff through some tubes and stuff helps with the overall sound, but you don't need some huge $50,000 board anymore to do this kind of stuff. So, not that I wouldn't want one if I was offered one. So before we leave you, the one last thing I want to just talk about really quickly was our Dark Monarchy Facebook group and page that we have, Facebook page. It's been doing pretty good. Slowly but surely we're getting people picked up on there. I knew, progressive rock bands in general, progressive metal bands never pick up things like that unless you're, unless you have Mike Portnoy in your band or something, you have, thousands of people join at once. But this is a sort of genre where you got to build the band, and we're slowly but surely getting there. There was 10 members, there was now 20, there's 30, it's moving up. So this is just to say, if you haven't yet joined our Facebook group or our Facebook page, please do so. We really appreciate it. It'll help grow our pages. If you haven't joined this channel, which is, yes, it's under the Project Gemini thing right now, because for some reason YouTube is giving me a hell of a time trying to make a new channel. I have no idea why. I must have made like 6 different emails already trying to open up another channel, but by the time I get that figured out, I could have made 15 update videos already. So I'm just going to move on with this right now. And once I get it figured out, I'll transfer the stuff over to the Dark Monarchy channel. But for now, the Project Gemini channel will be sharing Dark Monarchy stuff. Okay? So, but again, like I said, please join our Facebook page and our Facebook group page. And, you get all the latest information about what's going on. And things are going very well. There's interest happening everywhere from people who have, podcasts and people who have online magazines and stuff like that. So people are picking up interest on the band, and that's great. And very soon we will have a complete record that will go up digitally for sure on Bandcamp, and there will be a CD release of it. Whether there'll be a vinyl one was up to how the reaction is, and it's also going to be up to what happens out there in the wide world, because everything kind of right now is shut. I know the pressing plants where I get my stuff from are shut until further notice, so we'll see what happens. All right, so I think that's going to be it for now. We'll be back soon with some more updates and more things to talk about, but until then, this is Mark Anthony K saying be safe, everybody out there, and we will talk to you all very soon. Bye for now.